Dun dun dun. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Quick little mic check. Quick little mic check. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Good? All right. What is going on with Antonio Brown? What happened with Antonio Brown? Good mic. All right, good mic. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is happening with Antonio Brown? I'm pretty sure he figured out some way to screw things up at the Bucks at Tampa. For sure he did. All right, let's see who we got in here. Rotten Ralph's in the house. What's going on, brother? Billy Ocean in the house. What's up, man? Line Drive Sports Cards in the house. What's up? What's up? What's up? A little bit early tonight. Yeah. Elon, what's up, brother? What's going on? Parabellum Gaming in the house. Bink Scott. Let's see who that is in your name there. E-Love is in the house. What up, man? Ruthie, what's going on? Oh no, 365. That's what I feel like. I think that sums up my life. It's like, oh no, like 365 days a year. What is going on with Antonio Brown? What did he do? What did he do? Let's see here. According to ESPN, Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach Bruce Arians, Antonio Brown no longer a Buck after the wide receiver rips off equipment and runs off the field in the third quarter. They were down by 14 in the third quarter. He gets pissed. He's ripping off his stuff. And he walks off the field. But didn't they win? Yeah, they won. Oh, I bet you he feels stupid. AB doing AB things. Yeah, he retired mid-game. Then he got fired. Yeah, that was stupid. Listen, man, AB is going to AB. What are you going to do, you know? It is what it is. G Medina, what's up, my man? Ryan W. AB. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. AB doing AB things. I mean, let's face it. You know, AB needed the Bucks more than the Bucks needed AB, right? Like, didn't he like fake a vaccination earlier too? I think he faked like a vaccination, right? That's gotta be his last straw there for Bruce. Bruce doesn't seem like a guy that puts up with much of that crap, you know. He seems like a very no nonsense type of guy, you know, like a 3 strikes and you're out kind of thing. So, it's not surprising.
Our team, but you know, we have a lot of friendships that will last. And again, I think the most important thing about football are the relationships with your friends and your teammates, and they go beyond the field. And
that's old Tom Beasy.
You know, I think everyone should be very compassionate and empathetic toward some very difficult things that are happening.
Tom always knows what to say. Tom should just start a hotline. Juice Man, one too many concussions, he says. Yep. One too many concussions. I believe that. There's something to that, you know. That's not just something people say. There's something to that for sure. What happened here? Somebody tried to reach for Jalen Hurts and like fell over or something. Oh. Well, anyway. One too many concussions. I agree. So first and foremost, as I'm pretty sure you guys can tell, I'm not 100%. I still got like this, like it's all right here. That's going on with my allergies. So I do have a Ricola in. So I'll apologize for that ahead of time, just to make sure that you guys don't lose it there. So yeah, so working through whatever this business is here. Spent kind of the last week pretty sick. This past Sunday, we didn't do a live stream because I had family in from California. And I wanted to take just, take the time off away from work and the channel and stuff like that. So, but we're going to be back at it. So I'm pretty excited. Raiders will pick them up. Ryan says the Raiders will pick up AB. That sounds like a Raiders type move. to pick up AB. He'll be right at home. They'll love him over there. I saw one of them. I didn't see the other one. DeMar DeRozan going off. He's finally kind of getting some love there. It's good to see. John G, what's up, my man? Okay, this is too good of a name here. Bobo 44 done milking. That name is phenomenal. I got 2 pristine 10s on my last return from CSG. Both Tatis rookies. Dang. From CSG, that's hard to get, man. CSG is tough when it comes to grading. I'm actually, that's gonna be part. So I'm gonna do a one of the things I'm gonna do here soon is gonna be a series of crack and resubs in between grading companies, which I've been wanting to do because I really feel like when it comes to the grading stringent, who's stringent, I feel like CSG and HGA are really tough. They're really tough, but I feel like they're consistent, which kind of lends from the HGA side. It lends to the the artificial intelligence piece of things, because when you're getting a computer to do that kind of stuff, and when you're doing it, digitally, it's ones and zeros. It's pretty finite, and so you get consistency every time. I feel like they're very consistent, but at the same time, I feel like they're too stringent. And then obviously, like the GMAs and those guys are like really loosey goosey. They like hand out 10s like candy. But at the same time, I kind of want to see where they're at. I think like SGC is like perfect, like right in the middle. I feel like they're right in the middle, and I feel like PSA used to be pretty good, right in the middle. They're all over the place now, but you know, Bucks need to find a replacement now since Godwin is out for the season and AB is now gone. Evans is just an off injured roster. I mean, you got Tom Brady throwing to you, so I mean, I could probably get in there and pick up a couple passes. Probably when you pull stuff like that, Super Bowl champs or even to Brady. Yeah, but breaks guys like that, they don't care about it. Like that's why I really think that there's something to that concussion thing, because what they say that the concussion really messes up is your prefrontal cortex, which is where you do a lot of your like reasoning. And whenever you have damage to the front of your brain, you're like, what happens is you lose the ability to not be impulsive. And what AB just did right now is pretty impulsive, because any sane person will go, all right, I'm pissed off, but I'm also with the world champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'm catching footballs from the greatest. There's another touchdown by Rodgers, the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. Let me not act out rashly, but I think there's really something to that. Thrift Beast, what up, man? We're doing all right, man. You'll see me take more sips out of that water, and you'll see me pop some of these Ricolas tonight, but we're gonna keep it moving. The show, as I said before, the show must go on. Some eucalyptus and honey lozenges. So that's what this is. This is honey and echinacea, something like that. They taste pretty good. That's the problem with these. They taste really good. I was taking these other ones when I was really bad, which is these right here. These just turn my mouth into like complete ice. Like I can't eat anything afterwards. It sucks really bad, but doing good, man. I appreciate it. Ricola lemon mints are delicious. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Ricolas are like really good. So yes, on the Target app, if you don't have the Target app, download the Target app. It's really good to have. And right now, they have. Let's see. If you just go in and just type in, like, I picked up. You see, I picked up Chronicles, Illusions Chronicles Flux. I picked up a Chronicles Mega Box, Illusions Mega Box, Chronicles Mega Box, and I picked up Flux Blaster Box. So I got a lot of retail product headed my way, which I'm pretty excited about. So shout out to Line Drive Sports, just sports cards. Target app is always at one place, right? And if you look online right now, retail stuff, like I think the mega boxes are $40. Online, they're only selling for like 50. So like resellers aren't really making that much. So you might even be able to find some in store, which is probably how I was able to pick up what I wanted to pick up. So it's kind of one of those things. Do I have a DeRozan 2012 Prism? I do not. But if you do, congratulations. Guillermo Catlina. I don't know what that means, Guillermo. I don't think I've ever seen an HGA 10. They're out there. I think one of the ones that it was a shiny Charizard Ultra Rare or something like that. It came back a flawless, which was like their version of a pristine 10. I got a 2020 green DeRozan and a few silvers. Man, you're doing pretty good then, bro. You're doing pretty good. Chronicles is a better product. I haven't seen Flux personally. Unfortunately, here in Oz, we don't see much any retail. So here's the deal. As you guys know, I'm a huge Rockets fan. And so 2020, 2021 has Kenyon Martin Jr., which I think is a phenomenal talent. And also it has Jayshawn Tate, which also I think is a phenomenal player. And so I'm stacking up on rookies for those guys. It's a PC for me, not only from the team, but also because I'm following them pretty closely. And then 2021, 2022, obviously Jalen Green. We got Alperen Şengün. We got Josh Christopher. That are the kind of the big three rookies that I want to get some stuff going on those guys as well. So, I'm picking it all up. I'm buying it all. I really don't, for 2022, 2021, 2022, I'm buying it. Whoa. I'm getting all of it. Anything I can get my hands on that I can afford, obviously. I mean, we're not going to get too carried away with anything big, but, we'll see. You should have seen the Bucks fans in chats earlier. They were like, there's no way the Bucks are going to make Super Bowl now. It made me sick. I don't know about all that. I mean, look, again, you got it's Brady, right? You got Brady throwing. So, it's kind of one of those things. I really don't know what else, I think you might be onto something, Ralph. I'm trying to think, when did I eat that gum? I ate that gum with my Marvel buddies, with Marvelous Packs and Marvel Madness. So that was a while ago. That was a minute ago. Big E in the house. What's up, Eric? Glad you're able to join us, man. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up here in this old chat. Wasn't there an HGA 10 Snorlax? Really? I didn't know that. I'm not big on Pokemon, but I love me some Snorlax. Martin's good. Yeah, Martin's good, man. I always find it interesting. And I'm gonna have to look into this to see if there's anything to it. But usually, dads who were in the NBA, whose kids are now in the NBA, tend to do really well. Kenyon Martin Jr., also again Kenyon Martin Sr. was in the NBA. So, ooh, Evan. Jalen and Wall for Westbrook. Wall, absolutely. Man, I just want to see this kid pan out. I really like Jalen. Um, the kid is, I mean, he's so long and so athletic, and he's just every time he shoots that ball, he's just a bucket and a half every time. He's a ball of energy. I hate, I would hate to lose Jalen in any trade right now. I hope the Rockets are really looking at him as a real piece to build off of, but I don't want to see him go. And here's the other thing too, Westbrook, man, we can get. I think Westbrook is not. Westbrook won't win a ring until he learns to take a back seat, and I don't think he will ever learn to take a back seat, and that will forever, um, you know, he'll forever be his issue. I hope KPJ doesn't blow it again with the Rockets now, man. Here's the thing. So you're referring to the other day where he kind of got into it with one of the assistant coaches. Um, Here's why I don't see this as a big deal, because this happened to him in Cleveland, where he went off on one of the assistant coaches or one of the defensive coordinators or something like that. He went off on one of those guys, and that drug out for like days, right? It spilled over into the next game where it was, there was a lot of tension there, him and the coaching staff, and things weren't just right. What happened this time around is he had that little spat with the assistant coach. I think they went in at halftime, and according to the reports, I don't know how true this is, but according to the reports, is that he immediately was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like I overreacted. I apologize." And he was like really, really apologetic, about the incident. I don't think he came back in the second half or whatever, but if that's true, and based on the way that things have gone in the past with Cleveland, um, that whole issue of like blowing up and then immediately going, "Oh shit," I shouldn't have done that, and then apologizing and then kind of coming back together. I think that's a good sign for him from a maturity standpoint. So that makes me feel a little bit better. But then I also, as an organization, I think the Rockets are really, um, trying to mold this young group. And if you're doing that, then you're kind of walking into it with this idea that, you're going to have to do, a little bit of babysitting. So I'm with you, Thrift. I hope that this isn't a sign of things to come. He's been with us for almost a year already. So, we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Steven? How's it going, brother? Last day of vacation, going back to life. I hear you, brother. I'm in the same boat. The problem is that I work from home. And so um, normally I, send my kids off to school. My wife takes my baby girl to daycare, and then she goes off to work. And then I'm here in my house, seemingly by myself. I get to focus on my work and stuff. Not Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, because my kids are still out on vacation. They won't go back to school until Thursday, I think, which is weird. So I still got a few more days of like trying to wrangle some maniacs, but for the most part, um, we should be good. I have my New Year's resolution for you. Call out PSA for breaking theirs. Yeah. I just did a video on that. I'll probably be posting that maybe tomorrow. Um, I thought that whole New Year's resolution thing was so dumb. I don't know, man. I right now, and I said it in the video. You guys will see it tomorrow. I just don't trust anything they say, man. I really want them to give me my cards, and if I had an opportunity to be able to ask for them back, like just give me my cards back. I'll send them off somewhere else. If I had an opportunity to ask for my cards back, um, I would. I'd just be like, man, just give me my stuff back. Let me go on about with my life. I feel like I'm in a bad relationship. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm in a bad relationship with somebody that still has my possessions at their house. I'm a Sixers fan. What's your opinion of Daryl Morey? What he does with Ben Simmons will make or break his job with the Sixers? Let me tell you something, Chris. Thank you for joining. One of the things that I always said during Daryl Morey's tenure as the Rockets general manager no matter how even when he traded away Clint Capella, okay, which was one of my favorite players on the team, even when he traded away Clint Capella, you can ask anybody, and you obviously won't be able to, but you can ask any of my friends on my personal Facebook. Every time he would trade somebody, I would always say, hey, listen, if that's what Daryl Morey thinks is best for the team, I'm riding with Daryl. I was ride or die for Daryl Morey. And my motto was always, in Daryl we trust. I think he's one of the most analytical GMs that there is in the league, and one of the smartest, one of the savviest. He is a savage when it comes to trading. He has zero attachment and zero heart to anybody on his team. He will trade you in a hot second if he feels like he can get a 10% better deal than what he has. So I ride for Daryl Morey, and I was actually upset when he left. But it's one of those things. I think Daryl Morey is a great GM. And I think I agree with you. What he does with Ben Simmons is gonna kind of really set the tone for his tenure there at Philly. But it's one of those things, man. I had full faith in him, and a lot of people will call me crazy for that, but I did. That's gonna be on the 18th of January. So coming up here, we got 2 more weeks. A little over 2 weeks, like we got like maybe 10 days. So I'm gonna start a countdown on the 8th. 10 days until my cards have a birthday. So yeah. I think SGC will drop their regular price point as they start feeling the heat from PSA opening these lower levels. I don't think so. I think the difference between, there's a $70 difference right now between PSA and SGC. I just don't see them making a move for that. Like I don't see PSA really putting any heat on SGC at the moment. Not at $100. If PSA comes down to $50, yeah, then maybe. But we'll see. I gave you all of my stats of submissions on a video you posted. I'm livid with them. Yeah, I seen that. Eat. I just I don't even know what to do with them. It's just one of those things, man. I'm done with them. PSA has failed us 100%. I've gotten back 8 subs from SGC, still waiting on 1 from PSA. And the PSA sub went out last January. Yeah. So the messed up part about my sub is that they received it January 18th, but they didn't book it into their system until like March or something like that. So I don't know. I honestly believe we see a divide this year between collectors / true hobbyists and the corporation side of the hobby, i.e., look at this Mint Vegas show. Look at it how, P. I don't. What are you seeing in that show? Speaking of shows, I'll be at the Dallas show, by the way. I think it's 15th, 16th. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday, 15th and 16th. Hey, I appreciate you, Jeffrey. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, and thank you for joining for a little while, man. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to you too, brother. Used to live in Houston and love Rockets when the Keem and Sampson played. Dang, boy, you were here in the heyday. Twin Tower days. Right on. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it, man. Word on the SGC is the label is changing. What? Let's see. I hope not. I hope not. I hope they don't change it. You know what I do hope they do? I hope that they offer a non-tuxedo version. I mean, even though the tux is one of the things I love about SGC, but there's some of you that said, man, if they would offer a non-tux version, I'd definitely go for them. just so that they can get more stuff. I'm still rolling with SGC no matter what. But oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but you know what? That Mint Vegas show, I think that was I think that's not I don't think that's meant to be like a collector show, right? That's more like a SEMA type of thing where it's really just industry folks, like industry insider folks. And I think a lot of that is more geared towards that, you know. Um so, it's like here every year for the oil and gas, we have the oil field technology, the OTC, where it's a huge, like, basically like display of like the next levels of technology. So shows like that, I mean, tell me that this is starting to become a little bit more of a thing, right? I just don't think that type of show is meant for like you and I to go to. It's really meant for for collectors, industry inside, like big time collectors and like industry insiders, and potentially people who I think what a lot of it is going to be is like, hey, this is some new technology and looking for investors and stuff like that. So, um, I don't think that's really meant for us to be happy. I just it's not like a card show in my opinion. I'm sticking with the guys from TGT. Been very happy with my cards and how they look. The awesome labels, their customer service is top shelf. I agree. I like the guys over at TGT. I like my cards that I got back, and yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I just know they're planning a big announcement. Yeah, that's what I heard too. So they did a thing. I think it was, what was it, last month, right before Christmas or something like that. That they did a video saying that they had an announcement coming up, some announcements coming up. So waiting to see what they say about that. So we'll see. Oh, you know what I need to be doing right now also, while I got you guys here. SGC needs stupid people to stop selling their SGC slabs so cheap. I actually did a video on that a while back talking about that because I don't know, man. It's one of those things where people put up their slabs for like dirt cheap, and then those are like the same people that are complaining like, oh, uh, I only got 20% less for my slab. Well, yeah, that's because you didn't ask $100. You let it go on bids, and you only got 80. So dun, 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 dun. Am I caught up? I think I'm caught up. My nephew works for Colonial Pipeline here in New Jersey. Straight out of high school, he loves it. They're taking care of. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. I cut my teeth in oil and gas, man. I did almost 17 years, almost 18 years in oil and gas. So they treated me pretty good, man, the whole time. So you should go to Culture Collision Trade Show 2022, sneakers and cards. What? What? That sounds like a dream show. Culture Collision. Culture Collision 2022. Let's see what this is all about. Where's that going to be at? Where's it going to be at? Atlanta. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a show to be at right there. I mean, that sounds like it's going to be a pretty dope show. Oh, they got Michael Vick there signing autographs. Ocho Cinco signing autographs. Let me see. Can I share this with you guys? Let's see. I'm going to share screen. Boom. This looks interesting. Culture Collision Trade Show, sneakers and cards. Interesting. $15. I want to do a lot more show stuff this year. I think right here. That's what I want to do right there. I'm gonna do more show stuff this year. I got a GoPro the other day that my brother gave me. Yo, shout out to my brother, man. He gave me this camera, and then he gave me a GoPro the other day, hooking me up proper, man. Hooking me up proper. So I got a GoPro now. I want to go do some more stuff. Has never carried. Any idea why SGC has never carried the same value as PSA? Marketing. And a very vague understanding of what value means, I think, is the answer to that question. $15,000 cards that you need to grade, Eric? Are you still holding out for PSA? Is that what you're doing? That sucks, man. I don't see how a PSA 10 of any card could cost less than than cost of grading. That's easy because there's a huge volume right now of cards over at SGC that that were graded or sent in for grading when it only cost $9 to grade. And so, people are selling them for less. To wait and sit for SGC prices to catch up to PSA, though. That's fair. So when do I think PSA will be getting back to economy? I did a video on this a couple weeks ago. I don't think we're ever going to see it. I don't think we're ever going to see it at the low price that we're used to seeing it at, for the reasons that we're used to seeing it at. Go check out that video, man. I did a video on it. I think it's called something like "We'll Never See PSA Economy Prices to Where We Remember Them" or something like that. I can't remember. But basically, I'm saying that like they're gonna start looking at your registry. They're gonna start using the registry to determine whether or not they'll let you grade a card for $10. And if it's on your set registry as a card that you need to grade to finish your set, then they'll let you grade it at $10. Atlanta is a shitty state. Well, Atlanta isn't a state, breaks. That'd be Georgia. But yes, I have been to the airport in Atlanta, and it is pretty shitty. Great city, though. Great city. I'm scared to say anything, to be honest. I figure out the $600 1099 grab. I got everybody shook with that video I did today, man, on that 1099 stuff, man. You don't play with Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is one guy that you do not want to mess with. He will get his money one way or another. He will garnish that paycheck if you don't give him his money. Let's see. Let's get this. Let's stop the screen. Let's share that right there. Share. All right. She's been the perception of the flippers. Yep. When do you think PSA will finish the economy and value backlog? It's gonna be a while, brother. Don't hold your breath. I mean, I'm joking. I was joking at one point that like I'll get my cards by Thanksgiving. And then I was joking like, well, maybe I might get them by Christmas. And then I was joking that like, oh, maybe I might get them before the end of the year. None of that has happened. I'm still missing my cards, and it's going on a year now. Celeb games played. Really? That's gonna be an interesting. I might look into going to that. That might be interesting to go to. I'd be curious to see what kind of. It better be pretty. What kind of tickets they got? What's the? There's a ticket for $250. I wonder what that's for. Anyway, I'm going to it. If you show up, the coach says, I will have you on card auto. On card auto, KMJ. All right now, Bishop. Don't threaten me with a good time, bro. I'll be there. I'll be there just for that. Andrew Eaton, what's happening, brother? We're holding out over here. We're holding out over here, hanging in there, trying to fight off this Rona. I mean, I don't have Rona, but you know, I'm trying to keep it at bay. But you can tell from the barcode when it was graded. If it graded at $100 and gets a 10, then it should at least be $100. That's what you would think, Breaks. You would think that's the case. But also from the barcode, if you're talking about the barcode, I'm assuming you're talking about the serial number that it gets, right? Where technically, I mean, you'd be right. But for example, I got a Luka Doncic rookie card back there that was Panini Chronicles Luminance that it was graded a 9 that I know is not a 9, and that one was graded this year. I bought that card for like $20. And right now that's less than the cost of grading right now, because right now grading is $100. But I know that card probably got graded for $10. Just based on the number alone. I gotta figure out a way to keep this thing on. TGT is in the house. TGT is in the house. It's an ear covered kind of night. It is, man. It's cold. Yo, I don't think y'all understand, man. So I live in Houston. Okay. Today's Sunday. I think the low today was like 25 or something like that. It was like freezing. It was in the freezing range or just below freezing. This was today being Sunday. Yesterday, the low was like 80, like 75, 80, something like that. And then today was 20. So when I tell you that my sinuses don't know what to do right now, neither does my body. It's too much. It's just too much. It's too much. So yeah, it is the ears covered kind of night. I really didn't feel like doing anything with my hair today. Or you know what? I could swap over to here, this one. Everybody loves this hat. I might lose some viewers with that hat. Everybody loves this hat. I can't tell you how many times I wore this in a video. I did a video the other day. I wore it, and everybody was like, "Oh, that hat should come with an asterisk." Everybody was hating on my hat. You're gonna get your cards back in April Fool's Day. So now my thing is that I'll be happy if I get them back by my birthday, which is April 6th. So my birthday is April 6th. So if I get them back by then, I'll be happy with that. Yeah, that was a late hit. Dang, man, Green Bay is just manhandling Minnesota right now. I did say Luka rookie. Dun, 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 dun. There's your boy. I might have sniped that from you. No, I'm lying. Oh, we all. I've been through hell, man. Started a channel. I'll be posting vids and collections soon, brother. Keep up the good work. I can't believe people says doing that crap with your Keems. I'm telling you, Eden. I can't believe it either, man. I for sure thought that they were going to try to at least get him out before the end of the year. Nope. Nope. Bink says they'll be cleared. PSA backlog cleared by June 2022. Yeah. The thing about it is they keep opening these lower level services. And so because of that, I think they're really kind of kicking themselves. But I know why they're doing it, because that's such a quick revenue generator for them, is to open up that lower service and grade your card for $50 or $100 while they're still like feverishly working through the $10 a card. You know, they're going to have to grade 10 cards at $10 a card. to equal grading 1 at $100 a card, they're burning through 10 times as much capacity. And so the sooner they can get through those cards, the better. However, I don't think they want to expand their workforce too much because they know that once they're done with this mountain of backlog, it's not going to be the same anymore, right? They've already burned too many bridges. The card market isn't as hot as it used to be. The flippers who are feeding that mountain of cards aren't making a lot of money flipping, so they're not going to do it anymore. And so it's going to be one of those things where they're just not going to see the same numbers. So they have no incentive to build this massive machine that just cranks out cards, even though they're doing it now. I mean, you can argue that they've done it already. And some would argue that they already have, but I just don't. June 2022, maybe. I'd say it's about halfway through. I don't think so. August or September, somewhere around there, they're gonna make an announcement. Dun, 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 dun. With PSA messing up delivery, wrong address delivery, maybe you should check they still have them. Don't say that, John. Don't say that. Now I'm freaking out. I gotta call my guy. We'll see. PSA wants to clean everything up. Simply stop taking subs and clean up everything and be ready for fall 22. I agree, Eric. And that's the problem. Every time I see one of these announcements that says something about, yeah, you can't put the hand around the waist, my guy. They're gonna flag that every time. I'm watching the Minnesota game. I just that's what pisses me off every time they open up some of these new services. Is I'm like, how are you going to open up more services when you're not even you have a backlog right now? Like, get through that backlog. But once again, the money grab is too enticing for them, right? Because it's like, we can grade 10 cards and make $100, or we can grade 1 card and make $100. You know, 25 is normal for Chicagoland. But see, here's the problem. AIH is that 25 in Chicago doesn't have humidity. So here in Texas or here in Houston, we have humidity. And so when it's cold here and humid, the shit stings your extremities like you would not believe, man. And I can guarantee you 25 in Chicago is not like 25 here in Houston, man. It's another bump. Marvel Madness is in the house. What's up, my man? You know what? We're not talking Marvel just yet. I need to have you guys back on because I say I need to have y'all back on, but before I have y'all back on, I need to send off my cards to get graded, especially after seeing your grades when they came back. You guys go check out Marvel Madness MCU on Instagram on YouTube. He just got back a sub that he did where he did really well, man. I think what would you get? Madness, you got like 4 or 5 SGC 10s, and like the rest of them were 9.5s. I think you may have gotten 1.9 or something like that. Just had a really, really awesome sub. It was great. So like, hey, so what you think of my SGC sub? Dude, you did so good, man. You did so good. Congratulations, man. On some really heavy hitter cards too, man. You got some dime pieces, man. Congratulations, dude. Motley V8 is in the house. What's up, my man? My dog was pooping with 2 paws in the air. My dogs don't even want to go outside, man. My dogs don't even want to step outside in this weather. They're a bunch of babies, man. Motley V8 Turbo. V8 Turbo. What you got that's a V8 Turbo? V8 Turbo. I mean, there's a lot of V8 turbos. Mercedes made a few V8 turbos. I think Audi made a couple V8 turbos. V8 turbo. What are you driving, Motley? That you got a V8 turbo, man. Bengals looking good. Yep. Bengals looking pretty good. PSA's gonna catch up. You're kidding, Eric. April 6th. All right. I don't believe you, E. You're gonna have to show me a driver's license or something on Instagram, bro. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Joe, who'd you lose respect for, man? Just lost all respect. I don't know who he lost respect for. Who'd you lose respect for, Joe? For me? What did I do? Curious. Curious. Transparent grading. Are you gonna be at the culture? Oh, yo. Yeah, send TGT that info, man. They're gonna that it's in Atlanta. TGT, it's in Atlanta, man. It's a dope place. It seems like a pretty dope thing. Just being honest, and you need to know. Sorry, bud. Hold on, John. John, is that what John G was talking about? Losing respect with PSA messing up. Yeah, maybe you should check this out. Oh, yeah, you talking about my stuff. No, I'm with you, man. Man, a lot of love for old TGT in the house. Bro, when I found out the car prices in February, I thought I was about to be rich. My hopes were in their shitter as a grading companies weren't even ready for the demand. Yeah, that's usually what happened, man. I mean, look, you had a lot of people that were sitting at home with nothing better to do but to buy cards and try to flip them. And then everybody heard about this service called PSA, where if you send your cards and you get a 10, you make like 10x essentially, right? And so for $10, everybody was sending all their cards in, racking up these credit card bills, to try to make things, try to make some money. And then, it's just kind of one of those things, man. They just weren't ready for it. And I've said this several times in my update videos. Like, I commend them for like essentially doubling their output in over a 6 or 7 or 8 month period, which they've done. But they just weren't ready for it. Nobody's going to be ready for that kind of influx. Part of what I used to do in the oil and gas industry was forecasting, and we ran all kinds of forecasting models that had all kinds of inputs and stuff. There's just no seasonality model that's ever going to pick up on that level of what they call step change in demand. That's a massive step change. Like that's not even, you know, that's just what you would just call complete anomaly, which is insane. PSA needs to close until further notice. BGS needs to be sold, plain and simple. I agree with you on that, Eric. SGC listens and the crowd and does and revamps that logo. Does it? Oh, so you don't? You're not feeling the logo. I'm with you. Robert Gents. Hello, Retro. Love your channel. Question: Illusions or Lux basketball? Lux. Oh, Lux. Panini Lux. Are they Panini Lux? I've never seen Lux before. Is that a new thing? Or are you talking about Flux, Robert? You might be talking about Flux. Oh, oh, I got you now, Joe Tort. All right, I can respect that. I can respect the hate. Come on, Thanos. Need you to stay awake, bro. Audi S6 Motley. That's okay. All right, respect. Audi S6. Is that the one with the Lambo motor in it? Is that the one with the same motor as the Gallardo? I think it is, right? I think that was like 07 or 08 when those S6s came with the Lamborghini V10. That's pretty dope though. Pretty dope. Let me see. I'm trying to get caught up. Man, you guys are live in this chat today. I love it. 12 gems and 10 9.5s. That is what you call a successful submission. A successful submission. Well done, sir. Well done. Well done, sir. Joe Torre hates my hat. He hates my hat. All right. I'll do you. All right, I'll do you a solid, bro. Here's what we'll do. Rip out this other one. There we go. That's a little better. How's that, Joe? That work? Does this one not trigger you as much? Truth be told, I've said this before. I'm a very casual Astros fan. I only watch during the playoffs. Not a big Rockets Astros fan, but between the possible fake Pokemon case and AB rage quitting like a 12-year-old on Call of Duty, I don't know what to think about this week. Yeah, Sean, it's a tough one. I like that rage quitting though. I just hope people aren't invested in AB. You know, I'm really hope. I'm gonna say he's treating us out in Houston. Come on down. Come on down. I got some spots I'll take you to. I got some spots. Oh, so my man E was serious. We got the same birthday, E. That's dope, man. That is dope. Graded cars. I saw the video. He got an MJ rookie grade 9 that wasn't his. Was honest and returned it. Okay, yeah, that's Caitlin, what's up, my man? We're hanging in there, man. We're probably like about 75-80%. I feel great. It's this nonsense that I got going on right here that's got me sucking down on these things like they're candy, which they kind of are candy. It tastes so good. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, Rogers is carving these guys up, man. It was funny because like it was maybe second quarter and it was like 6-0 and I'm like, "Dang, man. Rogers hasn't opened up yet." And then just as I was saying that, he throws that little fade pass and gets his first touchdown and then now it's like 27 up. They're up like 15 points. It's crazy. Yeah, so I think my man was talking about asking about illusions or flux. Out of those two, like I haven't had flux in my hands. So Robert was asking illusions or flux was the original question here. And if that's the case, I think he's talking about flux. So I would go with illusions. I'll be able to tell you a little bit better when I get them in hand, but what I've seen from flux so far is that they kind of have like this color scheme to them where they're using like just like these really weird colors on all the cards that I'm not super fond of. So because of that alone, I'd go with illusions just because I some of the cards I've seen so far from them look pretty good. Flux illusions for football is great. For basketball, it stinks. Yeah. Good fella, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. I picked the Astros for a 2021 Bowman Chrome card break yesterday. Did you know who their good prospects are? I got some Pena and Leon. J.O., you must be new to the channel, sir. I know that much about baseball, brother. That much. Big fat goose egg, man. I only have this because we won a championship one year, and then it seems to rile up a lot of people, which I kind of enjoy doing. I'm somewhat of a troll when it comes to that kind of thing. As my man Joe Torre, when I put the hat on, he got really upset. So I don't know nothing, brother. I wish I had something for you, man. I really do. I need to learn baseball. But I'll tell you who you should ask that question to. Go on let me see. Bench Clear Media. Talk to my man Ty. They're big baseball guys over there. They will love you for life over there. Illusions football looks great, but those poor acetate QCs, so many flaking acetates. Oh, really? Because that's kind of another one of the reasons why I like Illusions. I love acetate cards. I think they're pretty dope looking. Joe Torre loves the hat change. Good stuff. That's an S8, if I remember correctly. I thought it was the S6. Was it the S6 or the S8? It could be both, I think, actually. There was one year where Audi and Lamborghini were like really intermingling. I think it was like 07 or 08, one of those years. DJ. So yeah, I think you might be right. I think it might have been the S6 and the S8. Both of them got the big Lambo engine, if I remember correctly. What are your thoughts on the KPJ and the assistant coach? The issue. So for those of y'all that don't know, KPJ had a lot of off the court issues with Cleveland, which is why Cleveland was so readily, able and willing to trade him away. And he recently had a spat with one of the assistant coaches during the game. And it initially kind of freaked me out a little bit because I was like, dang, here we go again. Because he's had several spats like that when he was over in Cleveland. But what gave me a little bit of hope, in particular this one, so that Luke's talking about, this happened, I think, yesterday during the game, was that he immediately felt remorseful and felt bad and was really apologetic from the reports. I obviously didn't see this in person, but from the reports, he was very apologetic. He felt very bad that he had overreacted. He kept telling everybody that it was a huge overreaction and that he was sorry. He was very apologetic about it afterwards. From what I remember hearing about his time in Cleveland, is that wasn't the case. He would go down that path and immediately the team would like kind of start to distance themselves from him, shun him. And then there was like no communication for a couple of days, a lot of tension for a couple of days, and they would fester. And, it would just either lead to bigger arguments or just lead to, really a lot of issues with him and the coaching staff over in Cleveland. But that wasn't the case this time with the Rockets from what I can tell. So, Luke, while that does kind of scare me a little bit, I think the Rockets are very aware of him and his issues, with his anger and stuff like that, and they're working with him. I feel like they'll be a little bit more empathetic and work with him a little bit more. And the fact that he was immediately apologetic afterwards, to me, is a good sign. So we'll see. They play tomorrow. We'll kind of see how everything gels out. But part of what they're not talking about also is that assistant coach was also going after Christian Wood as well, calling him out and saying he was not playing to his abilities. And even afterwards, Coach Silas in the presser afterwards was basically saying, "Hey, listen, there's a lot of things that I'll excuse and a lot of things that I'll accept, but a lack of effort is not one of them." And I felt like some of the guys weren't really putting in an effort, and so that's kind of where he started to get on to some of the players, and some of the assistant coaches started to get onto the players as well. So while it did kind of scare me a little bit, I'm not too worried about it. We'll see what's what. But Martin, what's up, brother? Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. Welcome for joining. Recon's dope. Recon was a pretty cool set. I think it was a football set originally, wasn't it? Oh yeah, always changing the hats, man. I actually got to start. Man, I used to be really big in like vintage hats from like 80s, 90s. I used to have a big box full of them, and I just never really wore them anywhere. And I ended up giving them away, selling them or something. I can't remember what I ended up doing, but now I wish I had them. It's just one of those things where I just didn't have anywhere to wear them to that was appropriate. I couldn't wear them to work, which I can now, actually, surprisingly, because I have a pretty lax work environment. But it's just one of those things. No matter what he puts on it, his hair is always perfect. No, that's not true, man. Listen, I really hope that you guys don't like. If you ever meet me in person, I'm gonna have a hat on because like I think this idea that my hair is like perfect is such a bad take because it's not, man. My hair's all over the place. But thank you for the compliment either way. Sports card investor, card collector too. Full court basketball, sneakers. Supposed to be a huge show with a ton of people going. Oh, okay. You're talking about the Culture Collision. That's actually looking like a good one. I'm gonna check it out. Oh, Miguel, I just saw that. They're saying there's some people that are saying it might be fake. I don't know if you guys know, but Logan Paul just bought like a box of first edition Pokemon for like $3 million or like $3.5 million or something crazy like that. Oh yeah, it's fake. Somebody came with a real case and said, "Here's what the real case looks like." Look, nothing like that. Man, that's nuts. That really sucks. Oh, look at this. We got a spammer. Spam. I get excited when I see spam. That means that like you know something's popping off in the algorithm where it's attracting the spammers. Only sold 2 of my collections: Dennis Rodman Platinum Medallion after fees, $956, and the Sharif Abdul Metal Galaxy for 100 or something. So, bro, all the updates. Have a good one, man. Oh, hey, appreciate you, Andrew. Thank you, man, for joining us. Um, I collect dog poo. Ooh. I mean, hey, dude, whatever floats your boat, bro. You know what I mean? I collect dog poo. Yeah, that case is they keep saying it's fake. Very interesting. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that was weird. Dude collects dog poo. Hey man, whatever floats your boat, brother. I'm not gonna knock you for collecting dog poo if that's your bag, bro. You know? Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge what you collect, man? As I say to everybody, do you, boo boo? Do you? 1, 2, 2020, 2022. Man, we're already in 2022. Goodness. That's code for PSA slabs. Is doo doo, dog doo doo. If you collect dog doo doo, you collect PSA slabs, according to my man Billy. All right, let's whip up this. You guys are gonna get. I got 2 dogs, bro. You can come over to my house and collect all the dog doo doo you want. I don't know how you grade dog poo, but I'm pretty sure PSA would. Yep, I agree. You came to the right place, Alex. If dog poo is what you're looking for, I got a lot of dog poo in the backyard, man. Lots of dog poo going on in the backyard. All right, we're gonna put together live at 5. Here's what we're gonna do. I gotta pull the PSA pop reports for this week's update. And you guys are gonna get to watch me do that live. And you're also gonna see what you're also gonna get to see the numbers before anybody else. So we'll do that right now. There's a DNA upcharge for they're gonna authenticate the DNA of the dog poo. There's a have you guys seen the cookie, the Oreo cookie, the Pokemon Oreo cookie? Let's see here. There's an Oreo cookie that supposedly got graded. It got all smashed up when they put it in the case. That was pretty funny. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, 289. Off center and altered. Browns versus Steelers. What's my pick? That's tomorrow's game, right? Is that tomorrow's game? Let me make sure. Yeah, Browns versus Steelers. Man, what is plus 150? So Steelers are plus 150. I would probably go. Man, I would probably go Browns by a touchdown. Is if I had to if I was putting some money on it. Browns by a touchdown is what I'd say. Yeah. If the TCG boys will have me on tomorrow, they do a live session every Monday. You guys go check out my man Pittsburgh's channel. Him and the TGT boys, they do a video or they do a live session every Monday. My man Alan is still on. He's still joining us. He'll pop in and tell you guys what's what. But one of the things I love about that show, hanging out with those guys, is they are bona fide collectors, man. Those guys collect, like for real. And being on their channel is always a hoot. Oh man, they did. Let's see. I think Global, what's happening, my man? Global on the other side of the world chiming in. Happy New Year, Global. You got to see the new year like a few hours before we did, so that's kind of dope. Have you heard of Pop Fly Prince? Pop Fly Prince. No. Do tell, Joe. Do tell. Pop Fly Prince. I haven't heard of that. I can't hear you. About an hour. Huh. Wife came in and checked on me to make sure I'm alive. All right. Let's see. Okay. Right now, in the chat, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you too, my brother. Everybody's fine. Family is great. Kids are a little under the weather. They kind of got like a booger bug, but other than that, everything is great, brother. Thank you. All right. So right now in the chat, I'll give you guys a bit of a cheat here. We'll give you, let's see, the last, right here. We're going to go, the last 3 weeks average has been about 160,000. The last 6-week average has been about 160,000. And then the last 10-week average has been about 166,000 a week. That's how many cards PSA grades a week, about 160, 165,000. Before we add this thing up, I want you in the chat right now, if you're in here, give me your guess on what you think PSA graded between Christmas and today. Give me your guess. I'll let you guys guess. Give me your guess. Give me your guess. Give me your guess. I'm giving y'all a little bit of a heads up. Line drive for sure. A little perk that you guys get for hanging out with me tonight. All right. Parabellum says 60,000. That's gonna, if they do 60,000, that'll be the absolute lowest that they would have ever done. I think when I started, the lowest number that was 119 or 112. So Nick says 160. Ya says 100,000, which is not a bad guess because they only did 112,000 the week of Christmas. So Joshua says 110 since the holidays, 135. That's a pretty good guess. 235, 120, 115. You want the fake number or a real number? E, we're going by whatever the I see what you said. He says the answer is none. Line Drive says 147. Grunt Dad's in the house. What's up, my man? I think you know already. But 165 from Grunt Dad. Diver says 1. Bishop says 123. That's a pretty good number. Let's see here. Motley says 102. TGT, we're trying to guess how many cards PSA graded. I just pulled the data right now, and I'm going to pull it up and tally it up here in a second. So I haven't tallied it up yet. We're going to tally it up here in a second. So I'll give you guys a few more folks to get their guess in. 160. Let me see. 160, 160, 120, 130, 147. Grunt Dad says 165. I think Grunt Dad might be right dead nuts. 166,504. That is a very, very specific number. Very specific number. Keelan says 84,000. Man, if they did 84,000, that's going to be the worst ever. Worst week ever. Rebound says 139. All right, you guys ready? All right, let's see what the number ends up being. Drum roll, please. 167,729. Grunt Dad's got 168. So we're off by a little bit, Grunt Dad. And that may be because my number from the 26th, I don't think I pulled it right on Sunday. So we're off by like, what is it, 1,000? Yeah. Actually, yeah. TGT guessed 166. So if this was the Price is Right, my man TGT would definitely be the wiener. Wiener chicken dinner. All right, so that's a little sneak peek for you guys. But do me a favor. Give the video a watch and a like anyway on Wednesday when it comes out. And don't go spoiling it for the other, 2,000 people that normally watch that video. Oh, I hate being boogery. You've won a new car. Oh, Vikings finally got a touchdown. Good for them. They're in Lambeau, bro. There's just no way they're going to win. I mean, oh, Bishop, thank you, man. If you are in here, there's 64 of you in here right now. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button, share it, all the good stuff, everything that you guys already do, which I appreciate you guys doing. I'm gonna keep this thing going as long as I got water in this thing. You know what? That's fair. I'm gonna give him the next time whenever I do see him, I'm gonna give him an oven mitt. You hear that, TGT? You got an oven mitt coming your way, bro, for winning our sweepstakes. Second place in fantasy football. Hey, I appreciate that, Keelan. My man Keelan always hitting that like button on the stream. Much love, my brother. I appreciate that every time. Every time. I can always count on my man Keelan for the like. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. A Houston Rockets mitt. A Houston Rockets oven mitt. If you come to Dallas, I'll have a Houston Rockets oven mitt for you. Oh, you know what, Keelan? I need to get something going. I need to get something going because I want to be able to I want to be able to I'm gonna make a sticker pack. A sticker pack. And but I want to design some cool stickers. Like I don't want to just give away like some bullshit, you know. So yeah. So TGT, you guys for sure gonna be there? I'm gonna be there for sure. I actually, you know what? Shoot, I gotta book a hotel room for that. Oh, that might be a tough thing to do. You know, hotels.com. E-Love. Did I hear back from okay. Y'all ready for this? I just did another video on TGT a couple minutes ago. That I'll probably be releasing like maybe Tuesday or Wednesday or something. Not Wednesday, but Tuesday maybe. So I did get a call back from I got a message back from Tyler afterwards, after the video came out. And he specifically told me in that message, he said, "Hey man, um, I got a ton of calls from people that I know that were asking me why I didn't do your live stream." And so he reached back out to me. And so he said, "Hey man, I'm sorry. He said that he was trying to find because I communicate with him through Facebook Messenger. That's how I get a hold of him. Now, as you guys can imagine, I'm pretty sure he gets a ton of messages because at one point he was very active in on the Facebook message boards and all that stuff. So he says that he lost my chat and couldn't find my chat, and that was honestly the only way that I was communicating with him. So, um, so he says, "Hey man, I'm really sorry. Things got crazy. I was trying to find your chat. I couldn't find it. And then, something else came up and I had to go fight a fire, whatever the case may be." He says, "Look, man, I really would love to still chat with you. Um, Here's my phone number." And so he gives me his phone number and he says, "Please reach out to me whenever you get a chance. This is my personal phone number. I really would love to chat with you. Let's try to set this thing up again. I'm really sorry about what happened." So, yes, Tyler at HGA. So I have his number. I told him that no big deal, all good, understood. I mean, the guy's trying to run a freaking company. Totally understand. I told him that I'd message him back sometime, like in the new year, because he reached out to me like maybe like 2 or 3 days after that happened. And so he when he reached out to me, he said, "Hey man, really sorry, this, that, and other." And I told him, "Hey, no problem. I'm gonna reach out back to you at the beginning of the year. Let's try to set something up." So I haven't he reached out to me, apologized, gave me his personal cell phone number, said, "Please call me. Let's get back together." I have yet to reach back out to him and put something together. So there will be we're going to give it another shot and we'll get everything back together again. So that's what's going on currently with HGA. I did do a video on them, however, because they did post recently about their what's going on with them, which answered a lot of questions for me about what's going on over there. So that's kind of cool. Y'all's getting back into well, hold on. TGT, is that a confirmed is that a confirmed you get text on your net profits? Okay. Is that a confirmed appearance at the Dallas Card Show? Yes, no, maybe so. Maybe we get a confirmation here. I don't know. Don't hate on the Rockets logo sticker, bro. What are you talking about? Tyler went dark when he found the right side of the pole. Retro hoops, box cutters. That might be a good one. Hey, Cog, I appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot, dude. I saw some Facebook posts from a former HGA employee stating Tyler went wild and spent all the money, and HGA has some financial issues. I don't know if that's true, just throwing that out there. Grunt, my man, you have to message me that if you can find it. Please send that to me. Omar, get you some Fisherman's Friends cough drops from Walgreens. World's best, very strong. Get the regular ones, not the flavored ones. Wow. What? Fisherman's Friends. Oh, here it is. Fisherman's Friend cough drops. That looks like a very generic cough drop, my man. You know what? If anybody knows about cough drops, I'm gonna go on a limb and say that fishermen really know what cough drops to take. I'll check those out, Ralph. We'll see what it does. I don't want to do that to him, man. That's I kind of feel like that. Here's what I want to do. Here's what I'm looking to accomplish with that. With bringing him on and talking. There's a reason why I want to bring him on, and we're gonna pre-record it because I really want him to feel comfortable. Okay, I don't want to spook him in any way. I don't want anybody to start throwing out some crazy, comments or questions or anything like that. Like, I have a handful of questions for him, and I really want to give him an opportunity to sit down and talk about some of the issues that they're having in a long form type of thing. So, and really just kind of get some good detail about what's going on over there. According to his post recently, they had a huge investor come in, and an investor that specializes in lean manufacturing. That gets me excited because that's kind of one of my areas of expertise. And so, it's kind of one of those things where I'm curious to see what's cooking over there. So, it's one of those things, right? I really want to be respectful of him and his time. I think that he has a good perception of my channel, and he probably feels like I'll be fair with him, as I have been in all of my videos, with every company. I mean, even though people like to say that I dog PSA and I talk a lot of shit about PSA and I'm always riding PSA, I don't think I have ever been unfair with them, even in my tyrannical rants about them. I don't think I've ever been unfair with them. I think I've always been pretty objective. And even though they're not my favorite, they're my least favorite. They're only my least favorite because they're still holding on to my cards. But I just think he started off with the intention of doing something really good for the hobby, and I think he's I think he's getting crucified in the court of public opinion, by a bunch of collectors, because one of the things you can't do, man, is you can't come into this kind of thing where there's a lot of people that are pissed off, and then like say that you're going to do all these things and then start off by doing them and then quickly fall off and then have things happen and then go dark. Like, that's what you don't want to do. I think that's what he did. And I think that's kind of it's kind of the thing that that's interesting about him. But HGA, 80% chance HGA files bankruptcy by the end of 2022. That's a bit harsh. Why are you taking my heater? She's not getting heat there at all. I'm gonna be cold as hell in here. I'm sleeping downstairs. Oh, I did. That's right. Okay, never mind. That's right. Okay. That's right. My wife just came in here and took my space heater. Well, you've been sick, so we've had to sleep in separate rooms. But I forgot I slept in there last night. That's right. Okay. No, I told him that you had the Rona, but I didn't have the Rona. I'm talking to my wife. Sorry. Just like,
I'm saying, I'm glad you're telling told people, if not, people are like,
oh yeah, like why are him and his wife sleeping in separate rooms? We're we're keeping it together for the kids.
we stay in the same. And if we ever do get divorced, that's gonna be the deal.
Listen, financially that makes sense, right? Like if you end up just saying, you know what, Omar, I'm just tired of your shit. I don't ever want to talk to you again. That's cool, but like we're roommates now because like I'm not leaving. This place is awesome. We're not leaving.
We're not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Well, we're not leaving, and it benefits the kids.
And it keeps the kids together.
So, just for future reference, if we ever meet each other, we're still living together.
Look, they're gonna start a GoFundMe so I could get another space here.
Okay, it's not that serious. You'll be fine, trust me. All he needs is a hoodie.
That is true. All I need is a hoodie in here. My this is a very old house that we live in. Not very old, all things considered. But I think this house was built like in the early 70s or something like that. So it's not the most energy efficient house. It's not like really well sealed up. And so it's not this house isn't really well sealed up. So my little girl's room in the winter, if we don't really pay attention, it gets really cold. And right now she's kind of got like a ear, nose, throat, like just like we all do. So thrift beast. My man. My man threw in. Oh man, that's hilarious. I appreciate that. To the heater fund. That's pretty funny. Axel, so my wife did test positive like the 20, like right after Christmas. We all kind of came down with this funkiness. My wife tested positive. She had no symptoms. She had like a few symptoms, but I tested negative. So she tested positive. I tested negative, and I had like really like a gnarly cough, but it was all sinus related, and that's kind of how we. So she had to quarantine, and then I was like wrangling the kids, and then my daughter got sick. But she had she tested negative for everything. My boys tested negative. I tested negative, but my baby girl tested positive for regular flu, which is just like the regular old flu. So now all my boys, like my little girl was taking Tamiflu, and my boys taking like preventative Tamiflu, and so we're all just kind of here. But my wife's now off quarantine, and so I've been sleeping upstairs here in my office because I have a pull-out couch. So because my office is kind of like an office / guest bedroom, and so I have a pull-out, a really comfortable pull-out couch. So I've been sleeping up here with the kids upstairs and stuff like that. My wife's been quarantined downstairs. So that's kind of what that whole little exchange was. So she just came and pulled my heater out of here, and I'm like, "What the hell? It gets cold up here. I need that heater." And then she's like, "You're sleeping downstairs, dumbass." I'm like, "Oh, that's right. I forgot. I started sleeping downstairs the other day." but shout out to my man Thrift Beast. You know what? I think I can actually go down to the thrift store and buy. Look, somebody gave me $3 for look, come look. I don't think you'll come on the camera, but look.
Okay, he got the heater back.
Yeah. You're not gonna put it in there?
No, it's when I opened the door.
And she's fine. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll be
My
up.
room is just funny.
Yeah, I know. I'll be for like another 30-40 minutes or something. I'll come down. Anyway, yeah, that's good stuff, man. But yeah, man. I just saw that the scramble. Man, why is Aaron Rodgers moving so well at such an old age? That dude is really killing it. Yeah, so COVID testing is as accurate as PSA grading. I hope not, man. So I just been stuck with this like nose, eyeball, throat gunk, and then like chest gunk, and it's been a pain in the ass. But the good thing is I work from home. Touchdown, AJ Dillon. Wow, that was a monster. 70 yards, 11 plays, a total of 6 minutes off the clock. If you want childish slabs, HGA could be for you. Check my Instagram. Let's see, Bish. What you got? Bishop. Oh, no way. Very nice. I like that, Bishop. Did you pull that? That's pretty dope, man. It's actually pretty well centered too. Oh, that looks pretty, man. That's a really nice card, man. My man Bishop pulled a Kenyon Martin silver. My family and I had the Delta back in September. Yo, I heard so what I'm hearing is that this latest one, the Omicron variant, is potentially going to be the one that's going to stick around. That's the one that's like very, very it's a high transfer rate. Like it's very contagious, but it's not. The level of hospitalizations is down on that one, so it's not as bad. HGA sent our 86 Jordan sticker card back as questionable. Sent it to SGC. They graded it a 7. We were disappointed in HGA. Have over 100 cards with HGA waiting. So, Cog, I think don't be surprised if you start seeing this going forward with HGA, especially with those types of cards. Your big dollar, high end, what you would consider high end, which that 86 Fleer sticker I would consider high end, especially at a 7. That's a pretty good thing. Don't be surprised if they start getting a little gun shy with grading some of that stuff. They just haven't been having the best of luck, with that stuff. But Viagra maybe for football players. That okay. Parabellum, you're gonna have to. Oh, we're talking about Rodgers. Okay. Rodgers for scrambling for a first down. I'm with you now. I'm with you. Don't put it past him to be taking Viagra recreationally. Aaron Rodgers. But did you get the jab? Did I get the jab? Tommy, did I get the jab? Oh, you're talking about the vaccine. Yes, I'm vaxxed and waxed. I haven't gotten the booster though. But so I'm normally not a vaccine person. I like when they ask you, do you want to get the flu vaccine? I'm like, nah, I'm fine. But I'm not an anti-vaxxer either. But this time around, I got it because not so much for me, but I got it for my mother, who is severely immune deficient due to some things that she went through. So I love being around my mother. I'm a huge mama's boy. So I was not taking that risk. And for me, it didn't mean that much to get it or not get it. I really don't care. So it was one of those decisions where it was easy for me to make because I'm like, oh, well, I want to be around my mom and I want to make sure that I don't, get her infected. And so boom, I took the jab as you call it. That Dylan RPA, boy, those are going up. Gotta run, but I'll message you later about the easiest, cheapest way. I'll promise you I'll make it warmer later. What are we talking about? Yeah. Oh, okay. My daughter's room. Yeah. All right. Take it easy. Yeah. I appreciate you, man, jumping in. Appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you. Tested positive yesterday, so I've been battling with my wife. Currently sucks, but I'm getting through it. Hey, man, hang in there, Thrift. It's yeah, this last one, this other variant, this last variant has been not so bad. My wife had it the first time around before she got her vaccine, and that one was rough pumpkins, man. Let me tell you. HGA should be sending their cards back until they're confident fakes won't make it through. I agree, Durs. I agree. That's one thing that I've said about TGT. That's something that Alan and I have both talked about. Alan from TGT, he was saying that there's some that they've just turned down. They don't. Everything kind of checks out, but there's still something funky about it that they don't feel good about. Just send it back, man. Just reject it and say, hey, listen, it is what it is. We just don't feel right about authenticating this. Send it back, because let's face it. I mean, when it comes to having the muscle, right, to authenticate, PSA, BGS, they probably have the most high ranking individuals when it comes to authenticity. And they probably have guys on the payroll that they can lean on, like true experts that have been in the game for 25, 30, 40 years plus. They probably have hundreds of years of collective experience with those guys. And let's just face it, these smaller companies that are coming up in the game, they just don't. They might have some good experts on hand. I'm not saying that they don't, but man, this game of authentication is no joke, man. It's a lot. It takes a lot, and there's a lot of really good fakes out there, and you really have to know what you're looking at. And you really have to know what you're doing. Oh, what a tackle on the 12-yard line on that kickoff. Well done. So yeah, I got no problem with them sending those cards back, man. I really don't. I think it's great. Made a trip out to Burbank. What's popping in Burbank? I'm gonna send that to Omar here because HGA refused, and then SGC saved the day. You're gonna send me what? You're gonna send me that 86? I'll take it all day long. What y'all gonna send me? Y'all gonna send me something? Have you got your bill submission from PSA back, or did it the 1 year birthday? So Ayo, what's going on, man? No, cards are still over there. Cards are still over there, believe it or not. It sucks, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Using fisherman's friends cough drops is not advisable in drinking water. Look, Ralph, that's the same thing with these things here, man. I did that. I made the mistake of taking a big swig of cold water, and while I was eating one of these, buddy, my whole throat, just all of this just froze up. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Tough, man. Tough. I'm still gonna go check some of those out though and see what's what. Got a 1-on-1 lineman. Hey, man. Linemen play a very important role in the game, okay? Don't if you don't want that 1-on-1 lineman, I'll take it. Linemen they're unsung heroes of the game. Oh, Burbank sports cards. I forget you're out there in Cali, man. I forget sometimes that you're out there in Cali. Oh, man. Showing to your Instagram. Bishop, is that Culture Collision show out in your neck of the woods? CSG needs to address label rumors. It's Atlanta. Oh, okay. Yeah, Bishop's in Atlanta. All right, right on. Yeah, I'm gonna see how this pans out, man, because I really want to pick like 2 or 3 really good shows. The National is gonna be one for sure that I'm gonna try to go to this year. Obviously Dallas. I'm only gonna go to 1 or 2 of the Dallas shows, man. I think it depends. I say that, but it depends because it's only like 2.5 hours away from here, and I mean, technically, I could go and come back in the same day for both days if I really wanted to, but that's a lot of driving. I don't really feel like doing that much driving. If I go, depending on if the TGT boys are going to be there, I might go and we might have us a nice little night out. I know Ty from Bench Clear is going to be there. So I don't know. This Dallas card show might be pretty dope. And then again, like I said, this year for sure, I want to get out more, do more hunting, and do more chasing. Not only with cards, but one of the things I used to love to do is go to antique stores, antique shops. There's tons of them all over Texas, and hit up a couple of spots and find like vintage basketball stuff. That's where I picked up like a lot of these pennants, and where I picked up like a lot of my starting lineup stuff. Like all that stuff came from antique shows. So Goodwill is also a good spot. Love facts, big fan of Goodwill. I love Goodwill. I found one time at Goodwill, and I've since sold them a long time ago, but what I think to be authentic Houston Rockets shorts, because all it said was champions, and it was like it had like game used something or something. There was something on it that made me feel like it was they were authentic, but dude, let's rip wax. I'm in it with you and Ty for the big box. Oh, where are you talking about doing it? You talking about doing it at the National, or are you talking about going to Dallas? I want you to go to Dallas, man, because we were talking about going to hit up that game, that Mavericks game. We were talking about hitting up that Dallas Mavericks game. That's what I want. And I think it was going to be a pretty decent game because they were going to play. I think they were going to play Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, check this out. My wife got us tickets to the game this coming Friday to watch the Rockets play the Dallas Mavericks here in Houston. That was my Christmas gift. Pretty damn good seats too. Pretty damn good seats to go watch the boy Luka. So that's pretty dope. Oh, that's right. Shout out to TGT moving on up in the world. New offices and the whole nine, getting everybody moved around. Good stuff, man. That's right. I forgot about that, Alan. You are excused, sir. You're excused. But anyway, I got tickets to go watch Luka on Friday, so I'm pretty pumped. Pretty pumped about that. I almost forgot about that. My wife, I tell her all the time, don't give me anything, don't buy me anything. And she always buys me like little nice things. But this time, she really surprised the hell out of me with that one. That one was a good one. 14, 9, and 10, shy of a triple dub. Luka, why? What do you mean, Luka? Why? Kid's a good player, man. I enjoy watching him. He's having a rough year though, huh? He's a little thick around the waist. The Bulls are balling. Line Drive says go watch the Bulls. The Bulls are balling. Bulls are fun to watch, man. The Bulls are fun to watch. What is Love doing? Oh, got him a first down on the feet. That's how you know you lost the game. When Minnesota takes Aaron Rodgers out. Look at Jordan Love getting the first down on the feet. Welcome to the NBA, young man. To the NBA, to the NFL. Luka is having a rough year. He's a little thick around the waist these days. if you believe in him like I believe in him, and you want to invest in Luka, I would say now's the time. I would say now is definitely the time. My man is sniping Lukas left and right. Thick around the waist. Have you seen Zion? Yeah, I've seen Zion before, and he is thick. Yeah, Zion's not doing too well, man. I don't think the thing about it is that I think Zion's game relies more on his explosion than Luka's, and this is something Alan and I have talked about. I don't think Luka really needs that explosiveness. He's a player of he creates his own shots, makes his own angles. Oh, those Lewandowski twins. Yo, you shouldn't have no problems unloading those twins. I really think, especially anybody who knows about soccer, you shouldn't have a problem. Thick. Yeah, Durs, that's kind of been the thing, man. Feet are always the thing. I mean, that was Yao Ming's demise, right? Was the feet. He never was the same after he hurt his foot. So that's it's a tough part, but it kind of is what it is. Yeah. I think I got a better vertical than Luka does. Yeah, man, he's not that guy, right? I mean, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. He's not the Jalen Greens of the world. He's not the KPJs of the world, the slash to the buckets type of guys. He's not a gazelle by any means. I don't think he ever was. I don't think his game was ever meant to be that. The dude is he's a good scorer. Like Alan mentioned before, he works those angles really well, finds his shots, and boom, makes it happen. So dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we're getting down to the bottom of my water bottle here, folks. I think we're going to start wrapping it up. So, a couple of things I'm working on. I'll let you guys in. Can't tell you whom, but I do have somebody that's interested in sponsoring the channel. So we're going to have some sponsored content pretty soon that I'm very excited about. So we'll wait until the ink is dry on the contracts for that. But pretty excited about that. That's going to allow me to start doing some cool things. And just having some discussions with this sponsor. It's going to be fun. The other thing that I mentioned a couple of times was getting out more and going and hunting and going and looking for cool stuff, because that's honestly one of the things that I really loved to do, was to get out and Parabellum. Come on, man. Oh, that's pretty funny. Was to get out and get into these thrift stores and get into the specifically looking for vintage basketball stuff. So I'm pretty excited to get back out and do that again. Like I said, shout out to my brother, hooking me up with a GoPro to be able to get out and do that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And then getting out to more shows. I want to try to get out to some local stuff here. I know there's like 1 or 2 shows that happen like once a quarter or every other month or every month or something like that. So I'm going to try to hit up a couple more of those places, and then and really just kind of get out and do more local stuff here in the city of Houston. We don't have very many big LCSs. I know there's a few of them in some of the smaller towns. So I'll try to see what I can find about hitting some of those places up. But yeah, so we're going to do that. Again, I'm just trying to have more fun with the channel, really, and do more cool stuff. I think maybe the last especially like during the pandemic and stuff like that. It's been kind of tough to get out and do that kind of stuff, but I do really want to do more of that. So, you know, yeah, that's what I want to do. And of course, there's a lot of announcements happening. I mean, PSA just dropped their resolutions or whatever you want to call it. They just did that. HGA just did their announcement, and they got some stuff coming up. I got the thing coming up with Tyler, and hopefully we'll see an announcement from SGC here pretty soon. You guys know as soon as that happens, I'll be on it. So we'll start doing some more stuff. Okay, this is interesting. 7 foot, 360-pound college player Connor Williams. Holy hell, that's a big old dude, man. That is a big old boy. It says 380. Look at this boy. Good. Can he ball, though? Can he ball is the question. That's a big old dude, man. All right, there he is in the post. Okay, he's got a little touch. I like that. Big man with a soft touch. That's how you do it. There he is. Post him up. Feed him the rock. Okay. There's just no way that that's sustainable, like that size. I mean, I understand dude's 7 foot, but he's about as athletic as a loaf of bread. Look, he's just leaning on my man. I mean, what are you doing there, big guy? Come on. There's just nothing you're doing with that guy. That's a nice little jumper right there. Like, what do you? I mean, he's got a nice little putback. I'll give him that. But my man's got no athleticism whatsoever. I mean, his basically is. He just parks down at the post. I agree with you, Junkyard. They would eat this dude alive. Look at that. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, he just bullies his way into the thing. There's just no way. I'm with you. I want to see him run the court. He's a big boy though, man. Oh, look at that. He's got a nice little jump, little floater. He's he's got that nice little that nice little touch floater. But that's pretty much it though. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, they might pick him up as an anomaly, as just like a goof, just to see what's what. But I don't think he's doing much. All right, what are you gonna do? Full court? What are you gonna do? Look at this size matchup right here. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's funny to see, but there's just no way. I mean, he's yeah. I think everybody's kind of saying the same thing. I agree. NBA would eat that dude alive. Yeah. I mean, it's funny to watch, right? But I don't think he's doing anything. You gotta have. There's just no way. There's just no way. I just don't see it. I don't see him doing much. It's cool to see though. It's pretty funny to watch. His vertical is better than Luca's. Oh man, that's pretty funny. All right, folks. I think I'm gonna shut it down. We're right at the 2-hour mark. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button on this stream. Share it, all that good stuff. I really appreciate you guys doing all that. We're in 2022, believe it or not. We made it to 2022. Very interesting. I'm very excited about all this stuff we got coming up, man. I really am. Looks like Rogers put this one to bed. Yep, 10 seconds left in the game. Again, just thank you guys so much for always hanging out and commenting and having a blast with me. I'm gonna keep trying to do these every Sunday. I think Sunday is a sweet spot for me personally, just because I get to put my kids down to bed and all that good stuff. Hit the like button again on your way out. I would really appreciate it. Shout out to all of you who came in. Shout out to my man Thrift Beast. I appreciate that, brother. Happy New Year's. Thank you to you for the super chat towards my heater fund. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Parabellum, always a blast, brother. Eric, I appreciate you. Thank you, man. My wife actually unplugged the heater. Line Drive, I appreciate you jumping in. Line Drive, man, you were a blast, dude. I appreciate it. Bishop, thank you, man. I appreciate it. You guys have been the best. Again, hit that like button on the way out. We'll catch you guys tomorrow's video. Then there'll be a video on Tuesday and then another video on Wednesday for the update. And then we got, hopefully I'll have some product in by then. We're going to do a little ripping this week, maybe next week. We'll see. But as always, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Follow me on Instagram. Twitter. I got a Twitter going at Retro Hoop Breaks. Follow me on Twitter. If you don't already follow me on Twitter, I'm going to try to get more active on Twitter. Instagram at Retro Hoop Breaks. And all that good stuff. Everything's in the description. You guys check out the description. As always, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Junkyard, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Cog. Thank you. Having a good night. You guys have a good night. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.